Hello. I was going to try out some new sound equipment I got today, but it's not really working, so maybe next time. But anyways, I shouldn't have clapped. Allow me to introduce you to the Council. The Council is a group after the war happened. They all didn't want it to be over. They were still ready to go fighting. So, much like Caspin is stuck in the past, so are all of them. This is just a group of people who are there to keep the peace, I say in quotations. They're just being bitter and salty, and they get together for balls and meetings, and there's so much tension in the room. They all want to kill each other. It's crazy. But the first member of the council that I drew was Valkyrie Batten. Ah, another one you say. Another one of Vanner's siblings? Nope, it's his mother. His awful mother. We don't like her here, if you have not noticed. But, she is, collected and calm and a total bitch. She just hates everyone and everything and takes it out on everything she has power over. She is power hungry and awful and mean and cruel. Cinderella's evil stepmother? That's basically her. She just kind of sucks. She's obsessed with power and will get it at any costs whatsoever. She does not care who gets hurt along the way. Next is Valkyrie's husband, Vanner's father, Darren. Underwhelming name, I know, it's supposed to be that way. Darren Batten is a bumbling idiot. He just kind of isn't all there necessarily. He doesn't really care what's happening around him. He could care less, or he couldn't, actually. Not possible. He's just happy to be there. He thinks his wife is cool, even when she's a little crazy, and he's just kind of following her around like a lost puppy dog. He is not there for his children. He forgets he has children half the time. He just kind of sucks. Now, the next character that I drew for this is Atari. They are salty and cold, and they will brush off anyone who speaks to them who isn't a fairy or a lion, and lions are missing, so they'll just pretty much ignore everyone except for the fellow fairy representative in the council, and I'll get to them in a bit. But they are just cold and callous and tired and angry and salty and bitter. All of them are. All of the people on this council are people who worked their way up, fought their way up to be someone influential in the war, who mattered, and then it just kind of ended, and no one won, and they're all mad about it, and they're gonna make sure the world knows they're mad about it, and so they made this council as a desperate attempt to feel important in something, like, oh, we're keeping the peace, but they want it to happen again. They are all furious it ended, and they don't know what to do with their lives. The next two characters are two that you already know. The fellow fairy representative, who is Caspin, Carrie's father. Yep, he's just as bitter and salty as the rest of them. And, surprise, surprise, Tari. She's not really in the council because she's bitter. She actually legitimately wants to keep the peace. And she is kind of holding on to the war, but that's more because of a trauma response than missing power she had, because she was 17 when the war ended. She was really little when it was going on, and judging by the robots video, you can tell she was probably a victim of the war, if anything. But with all that said, I'm going to be wrapping up the video here. I hope you enjoyed and learned a lot about these characters, and are excited to see them in the actual series.